Hi everyone, I trust you're all experiencing God's grace throughout these times of change. As we tune into our TVs and watch the news regarding the pandemic, we can so easily become absorbed and consumed by the numbers of people who have sadly lost loved ones through this virus. And this in turn can cause our hearts to fear, and that is quite understandable. God himself is aware that his creation and his people will experience fear. When the nation of Israel were fearful, God addresses them with comforting and reassuring words. And we can find those words in Isaiah 41, verses 8 to 10, which I'd now like to read. But you, Israel, my servant Jacob, whom I have chosen, the offspring of Abraham, my friend, you whom I took from the ends of the earth and called from its farthest corners, saying to you, you are my servant. I have chosen you and not cast you off. Fear not, for I am with you. Be not dismayed, for I am your God. I will strengthen you. I will uphold you with my righteous right hand. For God to say fear not to Israel obviously meant they were in fear. And fear can be a paralyzing thing. It can cause us to become anxious. It can cause us to become ineffective and lose sleep. Here in Isaiah, God says to his people, those that he called and he has chosen, fear not, for I am with you. Be not dismayed. God commands them here not to fear, but he doesn't leave them hanging with a command, but also gives them reasons not to fear. And what God says to Israel through the prophet Isaiah, God says to you and I today. And here in Isaiah 41, God gives us 5 unambiguous promises. I am with you. I am your God. I will strengthen you. I will help you. I will uphold you by my righteous right hand. So today, although we're grateful for the government in guiding us through this crisis, and for the medical profession who are doing such a wonderful job in keeping us healthy, it is God and his promises that our thoughts and focus should be on. It's turning our eyes upon Jesus that will cause the things of earth, including the coronavirus, to grow strangely dim. And although it's helpful to watch the news and stay informed about the pandemic, we must be careful not to allow the situation to occupy all our conversations, all our thoughts, and to be constantly speculating about the future. But instead, let us occupy our thoughts and our conversations with thoughts about God, focusing on his great and gracious promise. Question for all of us today is, has the coronavirus become bigger than God? So let's remind ourselves afresh what God says to us in this comprehensive list of promises that encapsulates all of life. He says he is with us. He is by our side. He is our God. He is sovereign over all. He will strengthen us from inside us. He will help us all around us. And he will uphold us from underneath us. Therefore, today God says to us, fear not, be not dismayed. These are great and glorious promises made by our sovereign God to us, his called and chosen people. John Newton writes, how sweet the name of Jesus sounds in a believer's ear. It soothes his sorrows, heals his wounds, and drives away his fear.